Up next in our meet schedule in about 10 minutes, it is the Brave Like Gabe Women's 1500. It's brought to you by Liden ×2.
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? We are here. Special guest. We got Des Linden, Ryan Linden here. If you guys don't know, Des Linden is the 2018 Boston Marathon champion, two-time Olympian. He tears it up in the long distance. So, Des, I guess we're going to start with a couple questions about, in 2018, you became the first American woman to win the Boston Marathon in 33 years. What did that mean to you, and how did that change things?
Yeah, I mean, super exciting, just day in general, but 2011, I was really close, and then to have that goal just hanging out there for so long, it was incredibly gratifying. And I think everyone in distance running knows, you just have to put in work year after year, and you hope you get that big moment. But going left on Boylston and running down that stretch and having Josh, my agent there, who had supported me through so much, this guy right here with his signature mustache, and he had this iconic buffalo plaid hat on with our brand new coffee company that we had just launched. And so it was a big moment for me. It was a big moment for him and us as a team, but also for that coffee company too. Things just really blew up, and we were rewarded for a ton of hard work, and then we were super busy after that.
Absolutely. So lots of runners like coffee, but few of them have companies. What was the motivation for you guys to start that?
Yeah, I wish I could take credit for it, but I think it started with Ryan using an air popcorn machine in the house, and I'll let him tell the story.
Yeah, I think, no, definitely. We started with the air popper in the house, roasting small little 50-gram batches at a time, trying to kind of get it figured and dialed in. But I think it was led to more from the years of Des and me racing and traveling around the world to races, and always looking for that perfect cup of coffee, and finding some unique spots each time. And after Air Popper, I think we can do something with this. Let's make our own company and see what we can do to get good coffee to everybody around the world.
Awesome. What's the magic, or what's the motto behind your guys' brand and your coffee?
Liden ×2, and honestly, I think it's just kind of a passion for that perfect cup, and it just pairs so well with running. We can talk about it pretty genuinely and authentically, because we have gone all around the world and looked for that cup, and then figured out what we liked. And in terms of the branding, it's just kind of sharing that with people, the process, and getting them to want to be a part of the adventure.
What have you guys been up to during COVID, and why did the company choose to sponsor the Brave Like Gabe 1500 here at the Ed Murphy Classic?
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of reeling right now and trying to figure out what to do and how to train and the whole thing. And we're obviously included in that with big major marathons being taken off the schedule. But what we can do is keep giving back, and we see these people kind of coming together and figuring out how to make events happen safely. And if we can chip in a little bit of money or our time or anything that we can do to help out, we're all for it. So that was the first thing when Ed Murphy came to us, the Ed Murphy Classic came to us. It was like, oh, this is a fantastic opportunity. And the tie-in with Brave Like Gabe was just so natural, her being a Brooks athlete and someone I truly admire. The 1,500 meters in the U.S. right now is on fire, so this is going to be an absolutely fast, exciting, just hot event. And so, having our name associated with that was fantastic. And I think Ryan can talk a little bit about what else we're doing with the coupon code and maybe a charitable donation.
Yeah. So we have a coupon code for everybody. That'll be good for 10 days here from the race till 10 days after for 15% off all our single origin coffees. And then we are going to donate part of the proceeds from the sales over the next 10 days of the event to the Brave Like Gabe Foundation to support a great cause. So.
Awesome. All right, guys, this sounds incredible. I can't wait to try some of your coffee, but wait a minute. How do I use this discount code?
Head on over to our website at coffeebylt.com, and at checkout, use code FAST1500, all capital letters, to receive 15% discount on all single origin coffees.
Like we said, portion of that is going to be going to the Brave Like Gabe Foundation, which is an incredible thing. So it's helping you, it's helping the sport, and it's helping life in general. Thank you guys very much.
Gabe Grunwald, a professional runner and rare cancer advocate, founded the Brave Like Gabe Foundation to inspire people to share stories of being brave through their own struggles, while also helping to find better and more effective treatments for rare cancer. Brave Like Gabe started as a hashtag to support professional runner Gabe Grunwald as she sought treatment for her third battle with an incurable rare salivary gland cancer in 2017. Gabe passed away last summer, and tonight, the 1,500 meters named and raced in her honor. Now it's time for the Liden ×2 Brave Like Gabe Women's 1,500 on the track, and being introduced to an empty Tom Nick Stadium tonight by our MC, Dave Milner, here in Memphis. So let's meet this field. It's Yolanda Garambe, the Swedish indoor mile national record holder, who wears hip number 1, running for Atlanta Track Club. Hip number 2 is Helen Schladenhofen from Dartmouth. She's run the second fastest ever 1,500 on Tennessee soil. That was this time last year at the 2019 Ed Murphy Classic, representing Saucony Freedom Track Club. Lauren Johnson wears hip number 3 from NAIA Huntington, also played basketball in college. She has a personal best of 4:04:17. 11-time All-American from Villanova, Emily Lapari wears hip 4, a 4:05:68 personal best back in 2018 for her. The Music City Distance Carnival 800-meter champion, Sierra Brown, an All-American from Hampton. She ran in the World Championships in Doha last year. She wears hip number 5. Megan Mancy wears hip 6 from Hoka. 4:08:22 is her career best time. She ran that 3 years ago back in 2017. 4-time All-American at Notre Dame, Danielle Aragon wears hip 7. 4:09:03 back in 2018, her career best time. Dana Mecke of UTSA wears hip number 8, running now for Colorado Springs Track Club. Personal best at the 800 for her, 2:00:76. Ayla Granados from D2 Chico State. She wears hip number 10. 2019 outdoor season best 4:13:42 at a full mile for her. The Arkansas Razorback, Taylor Werner, a 6-time All-American, 4th at the 2019 NCAA cross-country champs, 2nd in the 5K, 4th in the 10K at 2019 NCAA. She wears hip 11. Gabrielle Jennings, still at Furman, where she's a 2-time All-American, a 9:47 steepler. That got her bronze at the 2019 NCAA meet. She wears hip 12. Trisha Terry of TCU wears hip 13 with a 4:19:88 mile personal best for her that she ran last year. Alicia Douglas of Adams State wears hip 14. Brianna Stratz, I beg your pardon, I'm one off here. Brianna Stratz of Monmouth will wear hip number 14 from Atlanta Track Club, a 4:30:49 personal best for her. And rounding out the field, wearing hip 15, Lindsay Putman from UT Arlington, now running for Colorado Springs Track Club. And an addition into this field, Kayla Edwards. You saw her win the 800 moments ago. She's back. Personal best of 4:10:46 for a mile. And the rabbit will be Jasmine Frey, the former Texas A&M Aggie. So the world leader is 4:02. That's Carissa Schweitzer of Bowerman Track Club. Ran that back on July the 21st. Meet record was set last year by Helen Schladenhofen at 4:03:59. And that is just shy of the Tennessee soil record. Second all-time in the volunteer state behind Mary Decker-Tab. 1982. That's a record that has stood for a long time. Maybe it's time to see a Tennessee soil record go down tonight. 4:03:37. That's what they're going to be looking for in order to do that. Olympic trial standard for these ladies, 4:06 point. And lots of women that are going to be right in that range based on their personal best. So looking for Schladenhofen from Dartmouth and now Saucony Freedom Track Club. She wears hip number 2. And Yolanda Garambe, the Swedish indoor mile national record holder with a personal best of 4:03:43. That's the best, career best, out of this field. So Jasmine Frey is going to pace these ladies through 800 meters. The goal is 2 minutes, 10 seconds. So looking around 68 is what Dave Milner said on the track moments ago. That was around a 65, so that is pace for that 2:10. Schladenhofen, Lipari, Johnson, Brown, Garambe. That's your top 5 through the opening quarter mile. So Frey setting a steady pace here out in front in our Liden ×2 Brave Like Gabe 1500. What was originally the Ed Murphy Mile becomes the Ed Murphy Classic. And that allows us to run 1500. Schladenhofen, Johnson, Lipari. It's going to be Johnson with the slight advantage with 2 laps to go in this 1500. Jasmine Frey, she'll step off the track here at about 50 meters. And she's going to be right on schedule. Brings them through in 2:10. That's what she was tasked to do. She did it to virtual perfection. It is Lauren Johnson of Adidas who leads Emily Lipari and the 800 winner in Nashville last weekend, Sierra Brown. Garambe, Aragon, Mancy, Werner, Edwards, Jennings, all in the mix here with 600 meters remaining here in this 1500. Lauren Johnson, a 4:04.17 career best for her. She ran 4:08.2 the 2019 outdoor season. Her season best 4:10.31. Running on the inside now, Lipari. She's going to take this thing at the bell. Quarter mile to go here at the Ed Murphy Classic in Memphis, Tennessee. And lots of ladies with a chance to run some pretty quick times here in the final 4. Schladenhofen now is going to go to the lead, followed by Lipari, Garambe, and a little bit of a gap, and then Aragon and Mancy. Schladenhofen, last year's champion, looking to make it 2 straight victories here on the track at Christian Brothers High School. 4:03.59 a season ago, second all-time ever to run a 1500 in the state of Tennessee. She's 200 meters away from making it back-to-back here in Memphis. And she is looking awfully strong. Moving into the lead at the right time with a 67.5 third lap. And now she is putting a gap on the rest of this field. Schladenhofen, Garambe, Johnson, Aragon. They come for home, and it is all the big green from Dartmouth and now Saucony Freedom Track Club. Helen Schladenhofen all the way to the line. What's better than one win? Back to back. 4:08. We wait for the official time, and there it is. 4:08.39. 2 straight for Schladenhofen of Dartmouth and Saucony at the Ed Murphy Classic. .85 in that final 300 meters. Couple of season bests, one personal best here in our top 10. But a really excellent run there right at the end of that race from Schladenhofen. So she takes the win in 4:08.39. It was Emily Lipari of Adidas who was our runner-up. Good finish from her as well. 49.92 in the final 300 to take second in 4:09.75. Garambe rounds out the top 3 in 4:10.03. Season best for Danny Aragon of Hoka, 4:11.25 with a 50.87 final 300 meters. The Arkansas Razorback, Taylor Werner, rounds out the top 5 in 4:13.57. Mancy, Jennings, and Johnson in the top 8.
Yo, what's up, YouTube Nation? Here we go. Ed Murphy Classic. We are here. Emily Lipari. Would you just run 4:09?
I just went 4:09.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about your race.
Yeah, so, obviously it's been a tough year for everybody. And I'm just really grateful to have the opportunity to get to step on the line.
Yeah.
I don't want to forget the feeling of being competitive and what it's like to be out there, race execution. So, the time, not happy with, but, I was happier with my race execution this week opposed to last week. I think I was more aggressive.